Hey guys, don't mind the cloudy quality. My forward-facing camera's a little messed up, and I don't want to spend the money to fix it. So this video is going to be talking about hobbies and prepping. So everybody has a hobby. Like mine, for instance, I play guitar, I write music, stuff like that. Obviously, with things the way they are, that hobby's been put on the back burner, and I've been doing it since I was 13. 43 now, so it's the majority of my life. I've been a musician, been in a band that's toured around a bit, put out an album, and nothing major. But with the way things are going, I'm on the fence if I should just sell all my gear and put it towards preps. And I haven't been buying any new gear because I've been just focusing more on preps and stuff like that. Paying up bills. Things you should be doing right now. And what solidified that's pushed me more towards selling my gear is I looked at a guitar. You go on Facebook, if you like Guitar Center, it shows you their new gear and stuff like that. Anyway, it showed a guitar that I've always wanted. I clicked on it and I just put it in the cart, and it was so much cheaper than I've ever seen it. Usually that specific guitar is around $2,000. They have it for $1,000. So I just put it in my cart. And I was logged in to Guitar Center because I bought gear over there over the years. And the guy called me that same morning offering me 30% off. And it's a BC Rich Mockingbird. It's a natural wood grain finish, neck through, very nice guitar. Those usually sell really quickly at a higher price. So for him to call me and offer me that discount is crazy. And any other time I would have just been like, oh heck yeah, $300 off. But I said no, because that just shows gear is not selling. People do not have the money. And what's a guitar gonna do me when shit hits the fan? Am I gonna beat people with it? I mean, I could, but a baseball bat's cheaper. So that's the nail in the coffin right there. We're going to a collapse. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but I think it's going to be bad. Like I remember 08. 08 was not bad. I was also poor then. I'm not rich now, but so I didn't notice it. But we were somewhat united as a country. We did not have the division we have now. Personally, I think we're in a civil war. I know it's not going to look like the first Civil War or any other civil war in countries, but every civil war looks different. Every civil conflict looks different. It always changes. And I think they want it. I think they're pushing it on both sides. I think there's just a uniparty. Well, we all know there's a uniparty, but I think the uniparty, it's all theater. They say, oh, it's this side. The other side says, oh, no, it's that side. And then after they get off the stage, they go hang out, have dinner together, and shoot the shit. They want us divided for a reason. And they're pushing this collapse. And they have people like Alex Jones coming out saying that, Trump didn't release the Epstein files because it would collapse the economy. But then later he's told that, well, it's going to the economy is going to collapse anyway. So he releases them because of that. I think that's just controlled opposition right there. I'm not saying Alex Jones is like, part of the inside, but I think he's fed this stuff to make you think that one side has your back. I think they want us to go into civil war, to fight amongst each other, to attack state capitals, attack white people that hate black people. Like, I think it's all pushed by the government. They're pushing out this propaganda, knowing the economy's going to collapse, and we will start fighting. The reason for that is so they can put the fucking boot down. The Republicans will say, oh, the liberals, they're all fighting and attacking us. And then that will give the excuse that all the people on the right wing will go, oh yeah, put the boot down, put the boot down. You have people like Tim Pool saying, I am the boot. Fuck you. And then the left will be like, you know, you have the Democrats in office, oh, the right wingers have guns, they're shooting us. You know, but they won't tell you that the left is attacking. And then they'll want the boot down. And then you hear it on both sides. Like the left says, no, we got to go after MAGA. And then you hear the right saying, we have to go after the leftists. And it's just like, I think if everybody read what was on the Epstein files, I think we would unite to an extent. We might not agree, but we've never agreed. And I think the collapse is going to set that off. and I know people that just listen to everything Trump says. It's just like when Biden was in office. You have the people be like, oh, the economy's the best it's ever been, when it sucked. And then the same thing with people who support Trump, no matter what, will be like, well, the Dow's at 50,000 or some bullshit like that. Yeah, the economy's good on Wall Street, but it's not good on Main Street. I'm fucking sorry. If you believe that, you are propagandized. And I don't think there's any way to get through to you. I'll try, but I just don't see it happening. And it's same thing with the left. I tried to talk to people. People on the right call me a libtard. People on the left call me MAGA or a far-right extremist. When really I'm just center-right. It's ridiculous. I get called a Christian conservative when I'm not Christian or a conservative. You know, I get called a communist because I don't think corporations should have as much power as they do. It's just ridiculous. The propaganda is insane lately. And the collapse is the collapse is coming. I don't foresee anything changing. So stock up. Everything. It's what me and my wife have been doing. Water, ammo, food, exercise. And when I say exercise, I don't mean you need to be some, ripped Chad with a six-pack and, all that crap. I just mean be able to walk. Run a little ways. If you can't run a mile, and I don't mean like run a 7-minute mile, that would be nice, but not everyone's going to do it. I'd be able to do it. As long as you can do that, you can put your gear on, and you could fight with your gear on. If you can get up off the floor after falling down with your gear on, that's good. I've gone shooting with people that can't get up off the ground without help with a plate carrier on. That's what I am talking about when I say fitness. I've seen chubby dudes that can lift an insane amount of weight, that can ruck for a long way. That's in shape. I've also seen a very skinny guy who looks in shape, who can't even run drills because he gets winded. That's not in shape. You are as much of a liability as a morbidly obese person, in my opinion. So, fitness is huge. Water is huge. Ammo, food. Plain and simple. Bug out plan. Everything. Because the collapse is coming. The economy is tanking. I don't care what anybody says. You can see it. Groceries are not down. Gas went down, 10 cents It normally goes down in the winter anyway because everyone vacations in the summer, so they've got to raise it to make more money. Just stop believing everything your guy tells you. And this goes for the left and the right the same. Okay? You have to come to terms with the fact that you're being lied to, you're being propagandized. Just don't fall for it. Google changes all their algorithms. It's hard to find things that you used to be able to find 6 months ago. You know, everyone is lying to you. That's all I gotta say. But until next time, have a good one.